Hello my planner friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be doing my Plan With Me video for the week of September 18th through the 24th. This week I decided that I was going to use a Simple Stories scrapbooking planner kit. It was basically a kit that came with a bunch of journal cards and die cuts. I did do a full haul video for the pack, so I opened it all up and showed all the items. So if you're interested, I'll go ahead and add just a little bit of a sneak peek here so you could see kind of what the die cuts were that was in the pack. And what I decided to do that I wanted to do for this spread specifically is use kind of all the floral in it. You can see that there's like some die cuts that are like pumpkins, and then there's some like coffee die cuts and stuff like that. So I wanted to just pull some of the floral elements out of it and use that in this spread this week. And I really like how it turned out. It's a little bit dark and because I'm using the browns, but I think it lightens it up with the yellow. So let's go ahead and see what I did in this week's spread. So you can see that I cut one of the journal cards, that one with the little mason jars. I cut that, but I cut that part out of the video because I ultimately don't even use that little piece. So, but I did trim it up and cut it so that I was thinking I was going to put it right there, but I didn't ultimately do that, so I just didn't include it in the video. So this is a journal card that came in the pack. I've done this before where I kind of use the journal card as part of my design. So what I do is I cut the box and then I leave that little hangover so that it hangs over into the next day. And then that's what I use to actually write down what I'm going to be doing for that day. I really wanted to use this card that said fall, but I really didn't necessarily want it on the backing. I just wanted the word itself. So I just fussy cutted it out and I used it on my journal card. I thought I was going to use it in the actual spread, but it just wasn't really working in any of the spots that I was thinking I was going to put it. So you'll see a couple of times I kind of mess with it, but it ultimately ends up on the back of the journal card. All right, I definitely wanted to use that little die cut right there that's underneath. There you go, that one. It has like the little window and the little flowers. I definitely wanted to use that. I thought it was really cute. And so I wanted to back it with something. So I just got another journal card and backed it. And then that was part of another journal card. And then that piece right there that you see, that one came from that fall, the thing I just cut that said the word fall. I cut that piece off. So what I was kind of going for here was to make it look like it was like a side of a house, like a cabin or something, like the wood grain cabin. And then it had the little window cut out of it. That was kind of what I was going for. And I think it looks cute. It actually worked out really well. All right, so I'm just pulling some of the flower journal cards and cutting them up to put in the boxes. And I think I'm so used to having to cover up the weekend that because my old planner had color on the weekend, which generally did not match what my spread was. So you can see that I actually covered up the whole weekend, but I do change that up a little bit later on in the video. All right, so I thought I would just do kind of that hangover thing again with this journal card. So I'm just cutting it, and then I know I'm off screen with the cutter, sorry. And so I'm just gonna trim that and then use it kind of as a hangover. So then I'll have one on one side and that one on the other side. Don't know if I'm making any sense tonight in my voiceover. I'm sorry. I'm doing this a little bit late in the evening. All right, and then I wanted to try to bring in a little bit more of a lighter tone because there was so much brown in the spread that I felt like I wanted to bring in some of that floral, but on the white background.
And there was a couple of journal cards with that, so I just cut up a couple boxes to put on the different areas. And I think I actually cut some of the design part out because it just took me forever to figure out what I wanted to do. But I did want to add in that I included something on the side panel as well. So you can see here I'm just totally messing with it because I didn't really like it. And then, let's see, what am I doing? Oh yeah, yeah. So I wanted to go ahead and do the whole barn kind of look all the way across the page. So I cut out, I found a couple of more pieces of that barn material. And okay, so I'm just going to cut out this mason jar with the flowers on it. I really thought this was really cute and I wanted to use it, but I didn't want to use it as a journal card, so I'm just going to sit here and fussy cut it out. And once I get that done, I'm going to be using that in the corner. Not that corner. I actually use it in the other corner. There you go. And then I wanted to just I just wanted to add a little bit more yellow. Again, trying to take away from all the brown in the spread. So I just found a couple of pieces with that polka dot that I used in the window. So I just decided to add that to the side panel. And let's see, now I'm going to go ahead and get everything glued. I used these glue dots lines, that's what they call them. And I wanted to use these for the window because they're lines and it like worked perfectly. It literally was exactly the right size. So it worked perfectly. And so you can see I'm just going to add a couple of the lines to the window panel to get it glued on. And once I get that done, I'm going to go ahead and get everything else glued on. I will leave a link in the bottom in the description if you want to check out, like, I'll go ahead and leave a link to the product that I'm using. Okay, let's see. Just going to trim that up. And I think that turned out really cute. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my permanent glue dot squares. And the reason why I like using glue dots, besides the fact that it's a really good product, and they don't pay me. I think somebody's asked me that before. They don't pay me to say this. They do send me product, but they don't pay me. But I just want you to know that I like to use glue dots in not only obviously my Plan With Me's, but other projects. Specifically, I like these ones because they have a little bit of give. So when you're putting it in your planner, if you can kind of move it around a little bit and like line it up right, and then press it down, and then it works. And it like, I'm sure I'm not explaining it right, but what I'm saying is like when I put it down, I kind of line it up and I can maneuver it a little bit, and then if I press it down, then it stays in place. And I really like that. It has a little bit of give to it. All right, so once I get all of that stuff glued down, I'm gonna add some washi to the bottom. And I'm not gonna do anything with the numbers right now because I will be taking care of those at sticker time. I'm gonna be changing the numbers out during that time. All right, so I had this brown washi tape that I bought a long time ago, and I used to use it all the time in my planner, and I had actually forgot that I had it. So I pulled it out and used it in this spread. And once I actually get both of those side pieces down on both sides, I'm going to go into sticker time.
Okay, once I was done putting all the stickers on, I did have to trim up some of the flowers there because they were hanging over the sides. So I just took my scissors and trimmed them up. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put some stuff down that I've got going on this week. I've actually been pretty busy this week. Got my game night on Tuesday, and then my Bible study Impact starts on Wednesday. I have a planner night on Friday and a foster ministry meeting on Thursday. And I also have another one on Saturday, which I actually went to go write down, and then I wrote the word new, which I don't know why I wrote that word, but I did. So I had to take that sticker off and I replaced it with another sticker here in a second. I'm looking through my stickers and I just pulled that one. And oh yeah, I actually wrote recorded plan with me. I totally forgot. Oh, I need to write that down. I totally forgot to write down the other meeting that I had on Saturday. Oh well, I'll have to go in my planner and get that on there. All right, so I wanted to use this little foldy thing that came in the pack with all the die cuts, and I loved that die cut that said fall favorites, or fall faves, I think, and then there was a couple other ones that were in there, so I just pulled some of the ones that were my favorite, and again, you can see a full flip through of all of the items that were in the little kit that I got. You can see that in the haul video, and I'll make sure I leave a link. All right, so there you go. There's where the fall ended up in the back of that journal card. And then I went ahead and put that one, I like that saying that says fall is a second spring with leaves or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says, but spring and fall are probably my two favorite seasons. Fall being my favorite, but spring definitely being my second favorite. All right, so just putting those little things on there, and then you can see that it flips out, so I'll be doing my journaling on that little flip out part. All right, and that's really everything that I have today. I hope that you enjoyed as usual, and I think it turned out pretty cute, and I'm very happy with it. It's very fall, and I love fall. Like, I'm so excited that fall is here. So yay, fall! Leave me a comment if you are a fall lover as well. Bye! And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you next time. Bye.